And it is 26.1 degrees downtown. I win the weather competition between Barbara, the weatherman, and myself this morning. I said 22 degrees, literally. I wasn't expecting 26, but Barbara went 21. She was a little late, so I stepped on in there. Tell you what, let me do this.
107
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, so very, very happy to have you, and believe me, it is a very, very important day today. Whoop. Technology, don't you just love it? Very important day today, so I tell you what, why not consider this? Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Well, bell notifications when we do have important people, much like our very, 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 very good friend, Manny Cabo. I hope I got that right. I call him Manny Cabo anyway. Coming out of the Garden State, I think I've got that right too. Not too far away anyway. They call it Jersey, or Jersey. We call it New Jersey here at Galaxy, believe me. Sub, why not subscribe? Become part of the family. You know, it's getting louder and louder and louder every day. So we call it the noise, and we do listen. We really do. When you contact us, we do understand. We hear what you say and we assimilate as requested. Okay? We're not a podcast, by the way. We are live too. And thumb, you know what? Get epileptic with it. Double, treble, dare you. Just give us some loves as well. Tell you what, we're going to jump straight into it. Yes, today, of course, is the day we catch up with our good friend Manny Cabo and take you home tonight here at Galaxy. So that gives us a minute or two.
Nice.
How's life treating?
Everything is great, man. Everything is great. I'm alive. Grateful to be alive. Another day to grind. And like I said before, just a lot of things are on the horizon. Been wearing a lot of hats, as I always have. But some things are starting to, show themselves, peek around the corner, be like, hey, we're here. We're happening. I got a huge billboard coming in Times Square, New York City, which I'm really looking forward to delving into that, man. Some really nice manifestations, man. Seriously.
You're going to have to send me some photos or some pics of the billboard.
I do, without a doubt. That's definitely going to happen.
Awesome, because we'd love to, put it on the multimedias as well for you.
Sure, man. Are you kidding me? That'd be great.
Awesome. Terry Williams is joining us. Cheryl Arnold is joining us as well. Nice to have you on board, Cheryl. It really is. Been a little while. It really has. Steve Admiral is joining us as well. Hello, Steve. How's the voice? We're going to have to catch up. We really are. Chris Andreas is with us. Nice to have you on board, Chris. Nicholas, honestly, we absolutely would love new music from the slots, my friend. We really would. Shimmer Johnson. Hello, Shimmer. Nice to have you on board as well. And today, of course, we're talking to a very good friend of ours. Yes, it's Manny Cabo. Is it? Well, he likes me to say Cabo because it's Kiwi style, Kiwiana. But his real name is Manny Cabo. And I hope I'm getting it right without actually making fun of his name, because I don't want to do that. Manny, it is such a pleasure to have you back, my bro. It really, really is. Every time that we meet up, you must think deja vu. He's dressed in that same bloody outfit every time. What's going on?
No, I love it. Listen, man, it looks better on you than it does on me. Please wear it proudly. Wear it to major events. Wear it to, special family functions. Wear it to the bathroom. I don't care. Wear it.
I'll wear it to the emptying of a shoebox. Yeah, I get it.
Self-promo is at the apex of interest for we artists. It doesn't matter where. It's always good.
It is. Anyway, my bro, let's go live and have some fun. And just got to say, just between you and me, my bro, welcome back. It's a pleasure to have you.
It's good to be back, man. It's always good to be back with you guys.
That's right, you're right, here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today, believe me, I'm absolutely excited because we're catching up with a very, very good friend of mine, Manny Cabo, and he's coming out of the Garden State, Joycey. Believe me, I've had one lady that comes out of New Jersey, she goes, Grant, you could be a cab driver here. Nice to have you back, brother.
Pleasure's all mine. It's always good to be back, man. Always good to be back.
Well, I tell you what, I absolutely love what I'm seeing in the background here with all these pickies. What's going on with that?
Well, this is the studio. This is where all the magic happens. Unfortunately, you can't see the recording studio. That's to the left, but behind me, this is my wall of ego, all the stuff that I've accomplished, sold out arena tours, my voice image from the release on Spotify and iTunes, the Spanish releases for La Voz, a picture of my dad, who obviously, I lost to COVID, who was always with me. And then I just won a huge competition here of competing with like thousands and thousands of national artists, and I won a Les Paul guitar, Zildjian cymbals, 7-week promotion, which, by the way, the song Breakaway just broke the top 100 national radio here in the U.S., and that's huge. I'm really excited. So grateful for all the support. And you guys that are playing my stuff, man, the Kiwis. The Kiwis are some of my favorite people in the world.
Well, I'm pleased that we're some of your favorite people, and yes, we do play often. Very, very
Yes.
often, my brother.
Love it. I love it.
So we kicked off the show with Take You Home Tonight.
Yeah.
Believe me, I've had a few police officers say that, and I'm going, my place or yours, and it's usually theirs, to be honest, which is never fun, but at least you get a coffee. But having said that, give me the skinny on this.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? That's a bittersweet discussion right now because Take You Home Tonight, I co-wrote actually with a dear friend of mine, Craig, who unfortunately recently passed away unexpectedly. And fortunately, I was able to interview him on a couple lives and my podcast, and we talked about the song. And I remember the song was in my archive, and I love the initial riff, and he just helped me consummate it. It's about a relationship, about a serendipitous moment where your loved one walks in, you're sitting at the diner, I'm giving you the visual here, walking in through the diner, this is 20, 30 years later, and you're wondering whatever happened to this person, and then all of a sudden you look up and there they are walking through the door, and then you start thinking, wow, amazing memories, and then who's going to take you home tonight? Maybe we can continue this conversation or rekindle the old memories that we have. So it's a really cool concept, but yeah, but on a sour note, because, every time I listen to it now, it reminds me of the great moment of writing the song together with Craig. And unfortunately, he's not here to celebrate the successes that the song has yielded for me.
I get that. I really, really do. But having said that, and I got, I don't actually load up the music. I have a couple of boys in production that do that for me, whom we call Gonzo and Toblerone.
I call them the unsung heroes because those are the guys that really make it happen for we artists, man. And DJs, of course.
Absolutely. Granted, 100%, but I still call them Gonzo and Toblerone.
Fair enough.
Literally, one has a Gonzo on his desk and the other one likes chocolate. You know what I mean? So
yes, of course. Of course.
I was mentioning this the other day. Would you believe he actually came in here and he says, Grant, I'm calorically challenged, okay? I get,
you always have the stories, man. It's always an entertainment thing. I don't even know if you need me on the show. Just sit back and listen to you all.
No, don't do that. Believe me. I'll put you wrong every time, literally.
I love the shirt, by the way. I love the shirt. It looks better on you than it does on me. Sporting the original Manny Cabo sweatshirt. I love it, man.
Well, I tell you, Manny, I actually wear this with pride, and I do wear it to some very, very special functions from time to time.
Thank you, man.
You never know, if everything goes right, I might actually...
Oh, so you're the guy. You're the guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy.
You're the guy that wears the shirt.
I'm that guy. I am.
That's
but
awesome.
You never know, if everything goes right. We do have a couple of dates scheduled in this year. I might be able to take it overseas with me. And believe me,
great.
We do have a couple of countries that we are looking at visiting in the next number of months. In fact, I think we might be lucky enough to drop on by India, care of the Indian government. There's something in the pipeworks there. So you never know.
Wow.
might get it up on stage in front of
Nice.
lots and lots of people.
But listen, wear it proudly. You know, that's one of the things I always ask because, you know, I get a lot of love from New Zealand, and I just ask everybody, just follow me, man. Instagram, if you're on TikTok, just follow me, the Manny Cabo. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your comments, my music, and tell them that you heard me here with you and Grant. And blow up Galaxy 107 FM, one of my favorite stations around the world, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for the plug too, by the way.
Of course. And you didn't pay me. And you didn't pay me for that. That's from the heart.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely. I'll slick you a sly one later. And we were mentioning Breakaway. Now,
yeah.
I really, really want to get deep and dark with this one. Tell me all about it.
Oh man, this another one of those songs that I had in my archive. This resurfaced about a year and a half ago. A good friend of mine, Scott Wilson, we co-wrote this song. Literally took us 5 minutes to write this song. We were at rehearsal. Everyone was late, and we're like, you know what? I guess we were kind of angry. I'm a very punctual guy, and so is he. I hate when people are late. But we took it to he took it to the desktop and started writing some lyrics, and all of a sudden, literally 15 minutes later, Breakaway was born. And just recently, my good friend, my guitar player, my best friend, Dave Rico, we put it in production, brought it back, and now, as part of a 6-week campaign here in the U.S., it just broke top 100. And this is only the first week, so we're predicting it hits the top 20. And if it does, believe me, hopefully you'll see me over there in the Zealand world touring with you guys, because it's a big, big song for me right now.
Well, I got to let you know, I've just been told 1,966 requests for it since we've been playing it.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so humbled. You guys are awesome out there, though.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all. And I'll tell you what, I absolutely love Breakaway myself. I knew we had it. I knew we had it because I'm very, very familiar with it. It was just a matter of you got to get inside, you know, Gonzo and Toblerone's mind sometimes and figure out where they put stuff. You know?
Yes.
Anyway, you're right, here, Galaxy.
It's just one of those things, you know, that I'm really grateful. It's all about divine timing, Grant. You know, that song was laying dormant, but as serendipity would have it, something told me, you know what? I think it's time to release this and unleash it to the world. And it couldn't have happened at a more opportune time. And it was so well received. And I kind of released it. Yeah, sure, we did some marketing promotion, and we just let it ride. And the feedback has been incredible. It's essentially another one of those relationship songs, you know, holding on to something dear, holding on to a loved one. You know, just let's try this one more time. I know we have something here. Let's not let go. Let's not waste it. We've worked so hard to get to this point. You know, let's not throw it away. That's the vibe of the song. So it's for a lot of the lovers out there, fighting to keep their relationships alive. Essentially what it means, man.
Absolutely, and I got to be honest, it is one of my most favourite Manny Cabo songs. You're right, awesome. Here at Galaxy 107 FM. Here is Breakaway. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey Manny, are you a thinker? Are you one of these guys that thinks of the impossible that could be possible, maybe probable, but it could be logical?
Oh, absolutely, man.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, as we Americans would say, fuck yeah.
Okay.
All the way. There's always a possibility.
Let me run this by you then.
Yeah.
Because I like to think of the unusual, right? And I'm thinking, man, as of a whole, now can measure the speed of light, right?
Right.
So how fast is darkness?
You with these questions, man.
All right, well, let's try this.
You always leave me stunned. I got to be so mentally ready. And here it's already 7 o'clock at night, so I'm already right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just as witty.
Okay, well, tell me then, if your knees could bend in the opposite direction as to what they do now,
right?
Could you imagine how interesting chairs would be?
Yeah, I do. But no thanks.
Walking would never be the same.
Of course not. Of course not.
Okay.
Hyperbow legs.
Answer me this, and this one has stunned me since I've been a kid, to be honest with you. In the Second World War, the kamikaze pilots, They knew they were going to die. Of course they knew, because they were getting family and friends and everybody to stitch little prayers on their scarves, right?
Right.
So why the hell did they give them crash helmets?
I guess protocol? I have no idea. That's another one of those. I guess you would have to be put in their situation. At that point, I wouldn't care. I'd probably dye my hair, get a tattoo. At that point, who cares?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a good question, man. Something I probably never pondered, in all honesty. But
they never taught them to land. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You know what? I do respect that culture. They're very big on honor, dating back to, my God, the samurai days. So it's certainly something with respect to honor.
Absolutely,
commitment.
Absolutely. I've spent some time in Japan, in Osaka and Tokyo and Nagasaki and a number of other places. Believe me, the people. I love the people there.
Oh, I love the culture, the whole culture. I mean, the Japanese culture is amazing. I have tons of friends that are Japanese that are just so, they come correct. They're honest, very, very intelligent, very, I wouldn't say introverted, quiet, but very, very serious all the time. But, they get their point across.
They do. They do. Erica Tabello is watching. Milton Blake. Milton! It has been a dog's age since we've caught up. We're going to have a chat in the new, in the near future. Give me some new work. Double D, you're there, Milton. Terry Van Cannon's watching as well. Hello, Terry. Nice to have you on board as well. And of course, if anybody doesn't realise about Terry Van Cannon coming out of North Carolina, he is a slide steel master. If you ever want some work done, get in touch with the best, and he is it, literally. Christy Jackson's watching. Bo Gregory, hello Bo, nice to have you on board. Cotto Dowie, kia ora katoa, Cotto, nice to have you back, my friend. Marianne Peterson is watching, and Dale Hammond. Dale, hello brother man, nice to have you on board as well. Today we're catching up with a good friend of ours, Manny Cabo, coming out of the Garden State. Yes, Josie in the United States. It is so nice to be able to catch up with friends from time to time. And believe me, I have always got time for Manny. I really do. Now, Manny, the last count was you had the number 10 podcast in the world. Have you gone up any?
You know what? All I can say is it's in the top 0.2% of the best music interview podcasts in the world. I'm averaging like 500 downloads an episode, and podcasts are evergreen, so all the information is always going to be there. I think I'm up to my 63rd episode, and I really try to handpick the artists because they need to lend themselves to the message of the show, which is essentially empowering, inspiring, educating my fellow musicians, answering the questions that were never accessible to me. And I love a good success story, so I make sure that I get guests on there that will complement the message and the tone of the show, and people are loving it, and it's just the beginning. I mean, I'm 63 episodes in, but it's just the beginning. People are starting to recognize the value that I offer on that show because it's selfless, and I just want artists to make it. I want artists to grow and not give up on their passions. And you know what they say, man, the quickest way to achieve your dreams is to help others with theirs. And I'm a firm believer in that, man. I'll endorse that all day long.
I know why you're so successful. You've never had me on your show yet.
Oh, you know what? I never even thought about that.
You don't want to, literally.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. No.
Well, let me fill you in here. A good friend of mine, his name is Thornell Jones Jr., currently, he is the governor of the Grammys, okay?
Wow.
But I met him way back when he was just he worked for the Grammys, and he had about a handful of awards from the Grammys for doing the work that he does. He was a selector, right? But he was also a professor of a school. And he says, Grant, I want you to come along and do a thing with my class one day on success, you know, because you're such a successful person in your own right. I'd like
Right.
you to be able to, you know, give us a moment of your time and tell these students how to be successful. You know, after the end of it, he's never called me back to do it again.
It's not true.
No.
So funny. So funny.
No, it's so true. It really is. But believe me, Thornell and the rest of us here, we are very, very good friends. And we congratulate him for taking the post as governor of the Grammys as well. And
That's awesome.
he's also picked up on a number of our artists over the years, and they've moved on to do greater things as well. Having said
I'm
that,
always available, by the way. I'm always. He can pick me up. It's not a problem.
Absolutely, absolutely. Having said that, Ashley McDermott coming
Okay.
out of Phoenix, Arizona, is asking, Manny, as a young artist, how do I aspire to the levels that you aspire to? What advice would you give me?
I would say just improve 1% every single day. There's no best voice. There's no best musician. The best thing that you can offer your audience at any point is your authenticity. Don't try to be the next Adele. Don't try to be the next Mark Anthony. Just be yourself. Don't self-reject. And just take it seriously. You know, love what you're doing first and foremost. If this is really what you want to do, I encourage it wholeheartedly. But if you're doing it for the success, if you're doing it for the accolades, then I would say find something else to do, because you're going to be in for a very rude awakening. Music is not a road for everyone. You got to have thick skin. So the only reason why I've been able to do what I do is I have such a profound passion for it, a lot of commitment. And here's the other variable is consistency. So if you're consistent with these little daily efforts, you're going to be okay. And collaborate. There's nothing more important in this industry than collaborating with other people. Hang out with people that have achieved the success that you are looking for. Hang out with writers and songwriters. If you have the luxury like myself to work with Grammy award-winning producers and engineers, or somebody that knows somebody like that, maybe you want to sit in or become an apprentice. You know, it's these little efforts that will lead and start paving the way for you, but it's consistent daily grind. That's my advice for you. Great question.
Absolutely brilliant answer. And you know something, my father once upon a time says, if you hang out with bankers, you're going to be a banker, and if you lie down with dogs, you're going to get fleas. I revised that and dated a banker's daughter, and well, I was far more successful that way, if you know what I mean.
No comment, Grant.
It's true. It's very, very true. Speaking of Terry Van Cannon coming
Yes.
out of North Carolina, he says, okay, Grant, why does a convenience store that is always open 24/7 have locks on the doors? Yeah. Good question. I can't answer that one. That's like a bank, you know, if you're in overdraft, why do they always put a surcharge on you?
There's a great joke by Stephen Wright that reminds me. He goes, you know, I went to the 7-Eleven the other day. It says open 24 hours, but when I went there, it was closed. And I asked the guy, he's like, why aren't you open? Well, he's like, not in a row.
Exactly. Not in a row. Love that. Dear, dear, dear. Well, if we're going to go down that road, you may remember Lord Greystoke, a.k.a. Tarzan, back in the day.
Of course.
Yep. Why didn't he have a beard? It wasn't like he could go to the convenience store or the 7-Eleven and get the blades.
Yeah, you got me on this one.
Exactly.
Definitely not a beard.
Yeah, well, okay, try this one then. Just one before we get back into the music. If you took your Lexus and you were going at the speed of light, we've done the speed of light thing, right?
Right.
You turned on the headlights, would they work?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're contributing to the speed at some point. I mean, I have no idea. I'm definitely not a physics or a science guy. I love quantum physics, but that's a little bit out of my pay grade.
Exactly, same with me. You know, I'll leave them to do that. Here's one for you that you may want to contemplate.
Sure.
In Japan, we've discussed Japan. I went on one of the bullet trains there, right?
Right.
fantastic. You don't even know that you're doing that kind of speed, I've got to be honest with you. But in an electric train, if it's going, 120 kilometres an hour from north to south, and the wind is blowing from south to north at 110 kilometres an hour, which way does the smoke blow?
The opposite direction of the train. Definitely not a math guy either, man.
It's electric.
This is why musicians need to stick to music, man.
Well, the clue is it's an electric train.
Oh, okay. All right. You had me on the acute details.
Yeah,
I
but,
got you.
before they put the stickers on, it's painted grey. Couldn't indicate, painted grey. Manny, tell me about Paint the Grey.
Paint the Grey. Oh, my God. Well, Paint the Grey is a song that I also co-wrote. Again, co-writing is, alluding to the question that the young lady asked. I was co-writing with Bonnie Warren. It's my third song that I wrote with her. And this is my third award for this song. I won a Posi Award for positivity, social justice. It's one of those songs that's just acutely aware of the toxic narratives out in this world. The greed, the avarice, the hate, people just doing things conditionally, expecting things. We need more love, we need more compassion, and we need more sympathy in the world. And Paint the Grey is just a song to hopefully bring about a musical option, at least. If you don't have it in your world, listen to the song. It might inspire you, just, I don't know, give somebody a smile. It's something so simple as that can help bring about a little bit more peace in the world. So it's just, iconically, I'd like to think that it's one of those songs that really addresses the conditions of the world that need to be addressed and need to be changed. We really, really do. We need to pull together as a species, and just learn to love one another, man. Accept one another for who we are. It's just nonsense. This greed and this fight for power is just disgusting.
Yep, you are so right there, my friend. You really, really are. So, joining us live today, coming out of Jersey, New Jersey at that. What happened to the old one, I don't know. But here is Manny Cabo and Paint the Grey. Oh, by the way, Manny, 1953 request and climbing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely
That's
brilliant.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Have I ever asked you the vegan joke about the vegan sausage?
Say yes.
No.
Yeah, you sure?
Positive.
Okay, well, you're not a vegan, are you?
No.
You're a meatologist like me?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
I have not. I didn't know they exist. Oh, yeah, I've tried vegan hamburgers.
Yeah, but that's not a
like,
vegan sausage.
What do you call that? What's that white material? I forget what you call that. Actually, they actually taste pretty good. They taste like burgers.
Okay, well, are they made of real vegans or not?
Are they what?
Made of real vegans or not?
I don't even know. I can't even understand the question, man.
Well, I ask everybody because I'm trying to figure out if they made of... Look, Girl Guide biscuits weren't made of real Girl Guides, which was upsetting.
Right. Made out of real vegans. I don't know.
True story. You're familiar with Johnson & Johnson, right?
Of course. Huge farm company.
They have blacklisted me. They really have. They won't return my phone calls, my emails, my texts, nothing. Because I just simply asked how many babies goes in a bottle.
Why's this?
It's on the front. Baby oil. Okay, well, how many babies goes in there?
I remember that. It's a very similar campaign. Oh my God, they were big with the babies back in the day. If stuff gets in your eye, it's over.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't do it. Do you remember William Shatner, Captain Kirk?
Of course. I remember. You know what's funny? I don't remember from Star Trek. I remember he was the mold for the Halloween mask.
Oh, yeah, it's true too. I see the government, because he lives in Canada, right? He's Canadian, right?
I didn't know that.
They have requested him to remove his lingerie line.
I didn't even know he had a lingerie line.
Yeah, but apparently Shatner Panties isn't a good name.
I walked right into that one. Who books me on these shows? Can someone tell me?
Don't worry, I'm here for the next couple of minutes. Since Manny brought him up, Stephen Wright had a formula for powdered water. He just couldn't figure out what to mix.
What to add.
Yeah.
I heard that one.
Yep, Terry, we get that one. Yeah, we do. Oh dear, oh dear. All right, true story, and this happened yesterday. Believe me, Manny, couldn't get better timing than this. And as you know, that I like to find out things about vegans and vegetarians and stuff, right? Where I live here in this town, outside the council buildings, is these chairs where you can go and sit in a little parky kind of deal and have your lunch, right?
Right.
And I was walking out of this mall into this area, and there was two guys sitting there having lunch, and one was eating sandwiches and the other one had a hamburger. And the first guy says, "Jason, I wish you wouldn't eat meat." And this guy turned around and says, "Yeah, but it's, it's plant-based." And the guy says, "Oh, which plant does it come from?" And he goes, "The meat plant." I mean, I had
That's so bad.
I had to stop and I got to use that. Absolutely.
Oh,
And, yeah, it is bad, but by God.
Leave it to Grant.
I loved it, I really did. Got to be honest with you, I really enjoyed that. Manny, anything new coming out in the near future?
Yeah, I've got another release coming up probably within the next 4 weeks, which I'm extremely excited about. And then I'm trying to keep the consistency. I'm releasing a brand new song every 7 weeks. It's a daunting task, but I am beyond excited for the next 4. I'm going to leave it at that because it's probably some of the best stuff I've ever written. 2 of those were in my archives that I knew would come to full fruition sometime this year. I just didn't know when, so I'm happy about that. And, of course, please keep listening for all of you listening out there, my favorite Kiwis out there, listening to the podcast. If you're a musician, share it. Anyone that you think would bring service to, anyone in the entertainment space. I work really, really hard on that show to provide a lot of information. I've got the Wizards of Winter tour coming from November to January. We've got about 22 shows already, and they'll all be sold out, so I'm really excited for that. And there's nothing like touring. It's exhausting, but there's nothing like that. And yeah, so much, and just keep playing my songs. And you know what I really would like to ask the people from New Zealand, because I love you guys, I really do. And I didn't know, I think I told you, I've been watching this show, The Gulf. I feel like so connected to you guys. Love that show. And the panoramic, the landscapes are absolutely stunning. So that's one of the things I would have mentioned to you. But I want to tell the people to please follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Those are the 2 biggest platforms. And with the hashtag galaxy107fm. So I know this is where you heard it from. I'm trying to build the following there. There's a lot of amazing things I'm going to be posting. But all of your support, guys, is what sustains my career. And I'm very big with my fans. I love my supporters. Since my voice days, everyone says, man, you were the one guy that always responded to everyone who sent you a message. We're talking, it took me 2-3 weeks, over 7,000 messages, translator, the whole 9 yards. But I love my supporters, and I would appreciate if you guys follow me on Instagram and TikTok, the Manny Cabo. Visit the website, it's all there. I'd love to have you on board, and I'd be grateful for that.
Absolutely brilliant, my friend, and there's the message. Do it. You can't go wrong.
And don't forget the hashtag, galaxy107fm. So I know this is where you heard it, man. I'd love to have you guys. Thank you.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. In the meantime, Manny, don't go anywhere because you know what we're going to do next. And I feel, again...
Shenanigans.
Again, I feel sorry for you. But in the meantime, nobody's going to be here except for the cleaner tomorrow. It is a public holiday, but believe me, usual music, usual quality, usual everything else, and I'll be back between 5:30 in the morning, and this time on Monday morning. Barbara will join me after 8 o'clock. And of course, yes, we got a couple more interviews happening that day. To find out more, check it out then. But in the meantime, have a very happy and successful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Stay safe, everybody, and happy radio.